Alrighty, we are back, and today I want to talk about the Super Saiyan 4 Mini Goku Daima banner. Now, more specifically, we are going to try and predict who will be gracing us with their presence on the banner. Featured, all that fun stuff, right? Will there be tickets? We'll be answering that question in this video today. So, if that interests you and you are curious as to who is on the banner, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new. That way you guys don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. We try and post every single day around here, so you guys are always in the loop. And with all that out of the way, let's begin. So, first up, how are we going to deduce who's going to be on this banner? The first step I want to take is look at some previous ones, more specifically with Dokkan Festival exclusive characters. So we're talking about the Transcendent Dokkan, aka Tanabata campaign banner here, the Dokkan Fest, and then the Baby banner, as well as the one before that. The most recent Dokkan Fest TUR banner that was like the normal format, right, was the Mercenary Tau banner. So that is who we are going to be looking at for the pool here, who could potentially be rerunning, all of that fun stuff. So when it comes to what this banner will more than likely look like, I think that the Super Baby 1 is probably a good frame of reference for how they are going to do this banner. Due to it being like sort of an exclusive one and stuff like that, it could be 7 featured, it could be 8 featured, right? But what I'm going to predict is that there is going to be a normal thing here where there is pity, as well as the guaranteed featured rounds because it's a TUR, as well as there being 10 featured characters. So the drawback to them adding pity, which means in 1,000 stones you get the character, is there will be 10 featured units, and typically that means that a lot of the characters are not going to be very good. We've seen this in the past plenty, Super Baby 1 being the most recent example of this concept, where on the banner we have Android 21, Physical Rose, Slug 17, right? Like, these characters are just not that great anymore. Tech Buhan is definitely old at this point. So you run into this problem where, I don't know, 3 units on the banner are really good, and then the rest of it is sort of just kind of a mess, right? So it's like you have this Trunks who's just okay. This guy's really only good for the Festival of Battles. This Cell is decent overall, but again, with there being 10 featured units, I could deal without Rose 21, Slug 17. Like, just take all those characters out of the banner and get rid of pity, right? I think I'd be okay with that at this point, just because 10 featured SSRs does make it harder to land the character that you are looking for. And then, so this is basically going to be eliminating a lot of these characters from the rerun pool. So anybody on this banner, I don't think will be coming back on this next Goku Mini banner. Now, if we look at the Golden Frieza one, I think this is where it actually gets kind of interesting. This was a 7 featured unit banner, but the thing is I honestly think Glorio and Goku Mini are going to be on this banner due to the fact that both of these characters, if we look here, are going to be on a lot of the same categories that Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to be on. So if we pull up a Super Saiyan Goku Mini here, and then we look at the categories, you have a lot of good stuff here, right? He's on Pure Saiyans. He's going to be sharing that. He's not going to be sharing Demonic Power with Super Saiyan 4 Mini Goku, unfortunately, but that is not the end of the world, because if you're running a mono superclass team, you will also be able to get a very similar amount of the same buffs, right? So if we look right here and we look at his passive skill, you guys can see a lot of this stuff is for the Demonic Power, but you can also have 5 superclass allies right here, and it's going to be doing the same thing for his intro buff. Then if we also look right here, he's going to be giving support to Demonic Power, but he's also going to be giving that support to Dragon Ball Seekers. So Goku Mini is going to be, thankfully, on Dragon Ball Seekers, right? It's the second category for him right here. And that should end up working out. And then Glorio is going to be the same case, where he does fit in a lot of the buffs here for the same thing. Superclass, Demonic Power, Dragon Ball Seekers, all of that fun stuff. He is thankfully going to be on the same categories as Goku Super Saiyan 4 Mini. So this will be very helpful as well. And I do believe that they probably will be rerunning on the banner. I think that would make a lot of sense at this point. So Goku and Glorio are going to be my first picks for who's going to be rerunning on this banner. And then if we go a little bit further back, I think someone that will be rerunning on this banner as well is going to be not Super Saiyan, AGL Kid Goku from Saiyan Day. It's been a while. This character still has not returned on a banner yet, so I think it's probably about time that we see the boy Kid Goku make his way onto a banner. So if we go right here, and then we go down to the featured pool, right? Kid Goku, again, has only been featured on his initial banner. So if we look right here, we go to featured banners. you guys are going to see that that is the only one that he's been featured on. This one does not really count to the same extent, right? This is a special thing for Dokkan, like summon points. So that's not really like a return for the character. It's a bit of a different case because you can't just pick that character up with coins whenever you want. So this would technically be the rerun for Kid Goku from Saiyan Day. I think this would be a valuable character for a lot of people because if you are still struggling with that darned Festival of Battles, this is a very good character for that specific team. So for that specific event. So this is going to be a very good character for a lot of people to pick up. And I think he would increase the value of the banner a decent bit. So I think Kid Goku and Glorio and Goku Mini are also going to be on the banner. So that's going to be 5 characters right there with Super Saiyan. We're just going to call him Super Saiyan 4. I mean Goku Mini. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? We have the banner unit Piccolo. We have Glorio. We have Int Goku Mini. And then we also have AGL Kid Goku. So that's going to make 5. Then we need to fit in 5 other featured units that are going to be able to fill this banner out. So typically, if we look at banners here, recent Dokkan Fest, right? Recent-ish Dokkan Fests. This would be the Goku Mini and Glorio spot, like all of these characters right here. That would be the first 5, right? The banner unit, the new character, and then the 3 reruns that we have. Then we need to consider some of the other things. We would need a Dokkan Fest from late last year. I think that would probably be a realistic portion or a realistic prediction here. So if we go back to late 2024, who is a potential option for a Dokkan Fest that could potentially rerun right here? We continue to go past. It will not be Buhan because Buhan just reran, and it's going to be the same case here for the Namek Vegeta because he also just reran. So we also have to start and Slug as well. Roshi too. So this is actually where it does get tough. Like who the hell could rerun on these banners at this point? Because again, we've seen a lot of this stuff in the past. So we have to look in here and then God, Summer for Global was so many LRs, wasn't it? Jeez. Topo. I think Topo could potentially be a character they rerun on here. Wouldn't really make much sense, but I think would be a better way to do this is if we go to the demonic power category, right? And we look at the Dokkan Fest that could potentially be there. I think that would make a little bit more sense. So if we go demonic power right here. So if we look at demonic power right here, and we look at Dokkan Festival exclusive TURs, this kind of nails it down a little bit better, right? Potentially, I feel like STR Kid Gohan and Piccolo could make sense. Haruta Garn, Fat Boo. I feel like he reran recently, didn't he? Where was Fat Boo at? Where are my summons? He wasn't on this banner. He wasn't on Tao. I don't think Tao is going to rerun on this banner. It wouldn't be like the most shocking thing in the world, but I don't think he will. And then he was not here. So we were looking at, why am I blanking all of a sudden? Demonic Power, right? If we go to Fat Boo, this is what the website's for, right? If we go here to featured banners, and then we look, the last banner he was featured on was the Gohan banner. So probably not, right? Like he was the end of the Global Dokkan campaign. So probably not going to rerun Fat Boo here. But Haruta Garn, I wouldn't be shocked if Haruta Garn made his way onto this banner. I don't think that would make it like, that wouldn't really increase the value at all. A character that I would like to rerun on this banner would actually be this Jr. right here, right? I think that this is a character who at this point like really does need to rerun. A lot of people in the comments when I did my World Tournament video were talking about this unit right here. They were saying that he could rerun, and the last banner he was featured on was Golden Week. So I actually don't hate them rerunning this guy right here for Demonic Power and putting him on the banner. So I think I'm going to go with that. A 2024 Dokkan Fest right here. No, he was 2023, excuse me. I wouldn't hate that for the banner if we were to go, did I close that tab out? The Super Baby, no, here we go. So I'm going to put Jr. in this spot where Rose Goku Black is at. I don't know who I want to put here yet. So far, Trunks, Super Baby 1, right? This is going to be, why am I blanking? Kid Goku. This is going to be the New Year's rerun for Glorio and Goku Mini. And then here we are going to have our boy, Jr., right? So Jr. is going to be in this spot. Then for the last 3, it does get a little bit freaky deaky. So for Demonic Power, I think where Android 21 is, this will be Gohan and Piccolo for the Demonic Power buffs. And then these 2 down here is really tough. Like an early 2023 Dokkan Fest. Somebody that would make sense, right? Like a pure Saiyan Dokkan Fest. This could, I wouldn't be surprised if this was Saiyan Day Vegeta or God Goku. I'm going to go with God Goku in this spot. And then for the Super Easy A, it just depends on who they want to do. I think this would be Int Kid Buu. I feel like they're going to Super Easy A Int Kid Buu. So Int Kid Buu in this spot We have, I just said it, God Goku here. Then we've got, this was Gohan and Piccolo. This would be Ma Junior. Then here, it's would be like a late Dokkan Fest. This is the one spot I don't know. But right here, Glorio, Goku Mini, Kid Goku, and then the 2 new characters. So really, it's just this spot. I think that is kind of tricky, like a late 2024 Dokkan Fest. Potentially for a rerun, if we were to go to like Pure Saiyans, maybe that would help us out for this last spot, but I'm not too sure. So if we were to go to Pure Saiyajins, so what do we got here? What do we got here? Vegeta Mini. That would make the most sense. I think rerunning Vegeta Mini and Kid Goku, I think that would make a lot of sense here. Just to make everything kind of line up. Yeah, so Vegeta Mini, I like that. Because we're going to have all the Daima characters on here, right? That would make perfect sense. Get that demonic power, get the Dragon Ball Seekers, all of that fun stuff going at once here alongside some old Dokkan Fest that have some value and fit the demonic power build. So, last but not least, for this prediction here, this is going to be Piccolo Mini. This is going to be Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini, right? Kid Goku. We've got this will be Vegeta Mini, right? Like that's Super Saiyan 3. Then Glorio and Daima Super Saiyan Goku Mini. This will be Demon King Piccolo. This will be Gohan and Piccolo. So it'll be Gohan and Piccolo right here, and then Demon King Piccolo here. Then down in this spot, we would have God Goku, and then in the Super Easy A spot, it would be in Kid Buu. So that is what my prediction for the banner is going to be. I could be completely wrong. It might not even be 10 featured, but right now, that is my prediction for the banner. Let me know down below what you guys think. And if you did enjoy this one, don't forget to leave a like before you go. Also, make sure, almost sneezed, subscribe if you are new, so that way you don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. We post here every single day, like I said. If you want to become a member, you can join down below by clicking the button or the link in the description. It would be greatly appreciated. Help support the channel and make sure that this content continues every single day. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Shout out to all my members on the YouTube side of things. Love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.